Figure 4 Radio.
Lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
Hello everybody, welcome to Figure 4 Radio. It's the Mastermind Ollie Spring. Today joined by DOA owner Alec Burnitt.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. We've got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
It's been I think I spoke to you. We chatted just before Christmas, didn't we? Was it November, October, December?
Probably earlier, like further back than that.
Maybe.
Probably.
Well, and we're almost coming up for my year anniversary with DOA as well.
Yeah, because that was like the second show. So you'd just done the first one, and then we went to Ipswich and we recorded it.
I can't remember if that was
Would have been
August, September,
Suffolk Slam of last year.
Yeah.
So it would have been the August one.
Wow.
August,
So yeah, I'm
weekend.
almost on a year.
Yeah.
Look how far we have come. So this time last year we weren't on Fight TV.
Looks like we made it.
Does it?
I don't know.
So yeah, we weren't on Fight TV this time last year.
No, we weren't.
We are now, are we?
We are. We're in a slight kind of rebuilding process.
Yeah. We had a plan and
no, the Fight TV stuff's cool. It was I think maybe we I take responsibility, a little bit underprepared maybe.
Okay.
So we just kind of took it back a step and reworking a lot of it and just to make it really good, something that we're all proud of.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you showed me some of the clips and the editing stuff you've been doing, and it looks not that the other stuff was bad, but this looks like a million times better.
Yeah.
So
we want
I
something.
can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we want something that we're proud of, you know, and the guys on the show are proud to share out and say, you know, I'm part of this, and you know, something that fans that maybe who've never been to one of our shows can watch, and on first impressions are important, you know, and if they click on that and they see it and their first impression of us is this is all right. Yeah, that's not what you want. You want to
blow people away.
Of course, yeah. And I don't think it was doing that. And it wasn't the specifically the matches that we were putting on there that were at fault or anything like that. I just think it was the production wise side of things. I don't think was as good as it could have been. So I think it's a better step to kind of step back for a month or two and get it looking really good. And
which is fair. And since we last spoke, you've kind of turned into a bad man now. I shouldn't really be talking to you.
I'm not a bad man.
But
I'm good. I'm a nice guy.
So what happened in March in the town at the Golden Opportunity? What was that all about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. We're doing alternative universe stuff today.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I
say you know my thoughts about people that stay in full character on podcasts.
Yeah, really annoying. Really annoying.
That's
fuck that guy.
They just roll in like a typhoon, like a tornado that destroys.
Yeah, at least he turned up though.
True.
that's true. At least he did turn up.
Let's put the guns away.
No. But seriously, like, no. If you say to someone, book me to do something, right? The bare minimum is that you have the equipment to do it and that you turn up.
Oh, okay. We're at that now. Yep.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, like.
No. I know. I completely forgotten about that. To be fair, but true. Let's see if
anyone's wondering why the March Mania 2 show from the beginning of the year, why you've seen no footage of that at all on Fight TV or otherwise, it's because we only had one camera.
Yep.
Yeah, because someone didn't turn up.
Yeah. I put out on Facebook on the DOA UK fan page. That's not the full name of the page. It's DOA Wrestling fan page.
Yeah.
Let me get that right, because I don't know how many DOA fans. So I've got a few questions here for you from people, because I think it was your idea to kind of see if people had any questions. And
this was kind of spur of the moment anyway. You told me I was doing this. You didn't ask.
I called you out on the last podcast, didn't I?
Yeah. You told me I was doing this. So.
Yeah, and I'd been meaning to message you. I was like, you know what? I'm on the podcast right now. Alec, I know you listen, so you free next Saturday? How was the walk around the venue, by the way, today?
Don't. Let's not.
All these in-jokes on this podcast, it's not good. So, we were meant to go look around the venue. They rearranged the time, and I've driven all this way. Not just to look around the venue, but I've driven 3 hours. And
you were coming here anyway.
I was.
Exactly. Let's not start blaming me.
No. Oh, no. I was here anyway. But
there you go.
I was excited to look around the new venue.
I made you a drink in my house. Let's stop.
You did. No, I'm not shooting on you. I'm shooting on the venue.
Yeah.
Before we've even had the first show, but no, we're going to put them over again in a minute. We're going to undo all this. I've got a few questions from the DOA faithful.
Yeah. Let's answer questions.
So actually, first one, Hakan Sozveren. I know he's going to chop me for saying that wrong. I shouldn't have said that now because he will. Shit. Will the DOA fans get to see this guy again? Asking for a friend. I mean, the vote is kind of dark. It kind of looks like. No, that bloke that was in the World Cup. Captain Peng. Yeah.
It's so Peng.
Yeah, will you be booking him again?
I think I'd be silly not to.
Yeah, he did quite well in the World Cup. 3 matches.
Exactly. I think I'd be silly not to. And it's kind of a strange post because he's saying will the fans see Hakan again?
Unless he retires, then I'm sure they will.
Yeah, and he's already had some dates put in his inbox, so I think he's just a little bit of attention grabbing, maybe. That's not like him.
No, that's way out of character.
The World Cup though,
that was one hell of a show, right?
Yeah, he did the 3 matches, and I think the two guys that went to the final, obviously Hakan and Warren Banks.
Warren Banks is how it's pronounced.
Yes, Warren Banks.
No Z's in there anywhere, Tim Lee.
Yeah, Tim Lee. So unprofessional.
To be fair, that was. I'm not gonna lie. that was one fun show to commentate. Like as far as having Tim on there, that was fun. I don't think I wouldn't want to do it all the time because I'd still want him to get the chances in the ring. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, but if he breaks his neck or something, then at least he's got something to fall back on.
Well, yeah, it won't be his neck.
Hey,
Dan Pettit. We've got a few questions actually. These are good questions. Okay, do we want to do this? Let's keep things light. Let's go bottom to top. If you were to pick 5 DOA wrestlers to represent DOA in a Survivor Series match against another company, what 5 wrestlers would you pick?
Oh, this is drama, right? This is tough. It's actually a difficult question.
I always ask who's your favourite sort of thing, or what was your favourite show, or what was your favourite wrestler, and everyone's like, oh no, I don't want to pick a favourite. But now you get to pick 5, so yeah, there's a little bit of wiggle room.
I'm always gonna leave someone out that's gonna be annoyed.
Of course, always.
But yeah,
because we've got. I mean, and I remember asking you when, like in August, like who would you consider the DOA locker room, and it's still quite broad. You still kind of bring in guys for a few times, and then you kind of keep it fresh and you rotate around. But I still think there is definitely a core there.
There is a core
of people.
I'd say if we're going from this year, the guys that have been most regular, it would be the guys that have been most regular. And they're the most regular guys for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
So if we're going with 5, Peter Nixon.
You got to have the champ in there, haven't you?
Of course.
You got to have the champ. Represent.
Mark Lloyd.
Love him. Love Mark. What were your feelings after my podcast with him?
I had words
about the whole concussion thing.
Yeah, I had words. I more of a kind of joking kind of fashion. It is what it is. Don't get me wrong. He's absolutely right when he says that if he'd have told me, I wouldn't have let him wrestle.
Yeah.
But that's not me trying to take an opportunity away from him. You know, that's me being
looking after him.
Exactly. Of course. And to be honest, me not allowing him to wrestle. Looking back on it now, it didn't end up mattering really at all. No. But at the same time, you know, I would have made that decision, and I'd make that decision again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know, I told him off for it because if he'd have got more seriously injured as a result of it and not told me, you know, I would have felt bad. It wouldn't have been my fault, but I would have, felt bad.
Oh no, yeah.
You know, it's never the intent for anyone to get injured. So, I wasn't. Too much time had been since then for me to be really annoyed with
I think he realised that as well. He's like, it's kind of a safe time to mention this now.
Yeah. So he should have told me. I think he was worried because obviously it was quite a big match for him at the time.
Yeah.
You know, he really wanted to do it, so yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'd be on my team.
Of course.
Damien would be on the team.
Yep. Actually, we need a team name as like a proper team name, not just Team DOA. We need a, like classic Survivor Series that had like Hogan's Heroes and other stuff. Like, I think we should give him a team name after this as well. But yeah, so Nixon, Banker, Damien. Yeah.
Jack.
Yep. Love Jack.
And number 5 would be Ali.
Oh, okay. Hey. Another guy I want to get on that.
He's hoping, okay.
I want to get one. I'm hoping. Is he on the Beach Ball Mania card? He must be.
Who?
Ali.
No.
Mother.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
He's at his brother's wedding.
No.
So I'm letting him off. I'm letting him off.
It's only a wedding.
He won't be there. Unfortunately.
I was going to say I'm hoping to get a podcast with him, but
yeah, you won't on that day.
That's not okay.
There's not a lot of time though on that
No?
on the Cambridge shows for setups and stuff, so you won't. Really
Is it? Oh, they always kind of have something like right on before us, don't they?
Yeah, so we get in at like 5, and then we're kind of rushing around.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, we'll see. I might try and grab Nixon at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
If we've got like if I set up super quick.
Yeah, you don't have much to set up.
I'll
give him champions privileges and tell him he can take a break.
Well, I've been trying to podcast with him for ages, and we'll get him on. What would the team be called?
I don't know. You
Pete.
Yeah, I don't know. Team Alec fucking Burnitt. Because why not?
And coming soon, new DOA merch, Team Alec fucking Burnitt shirts. Yeah. Only £50 per pop.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of the questions. Carl Stokes. See, these are all actually. Let's kind of combine them. So, Dan and Carl have both kind of asked about you and Ash Draven, and then we'll go into that in a minute. What go? Oh, okay. I kind of have to. I have to understand the. Well, okay. Will you do it? Will you ever do an over 18 show for DOA? Have you ever?
No, we haven't. No. There isn't one currently planned. I don't think that we would.
It's not really the style, is it? Like,
no, I don't personally think that we will do one. If there was like overwhelming demand for it, then same as anything, of course you would. Yeah. But I don't think that we will. There'd be a small group of guys. I don't know. I don't know where this whole over 18s thing comes from, where people want to see DOA do an over 18 show. Because if you're into that, then just go to an over 18s promotion. You know, that's not what we're about. And I don't think that
is fair.
I don't think that we're like a juvenile promotion or anything like that. I don't think, it's
dynamic is what it is.
Of course it is.
You cater for as many crowds as you can.
Yeah. I don't. There's no plan to do an over 18 show, but obviously you never say never. But
what would your main event be if you were to do an over 18 show?
Over 18 show would be I don't know, because it's difficult, because obviously I don't book my guys based around how good they are in that environment.
True. I can imagine if Jack were to hear about an over 18 show, he would have 1,000,001 ideas for different matches for different people.
Oh, but Jack has 1,000,001 ideas anyway.
True, yeah. I can see him going to town. Like, you should let him book an over. He should have just a Jackie Hyde's Monsters Ball, where every match is booked by Jackie Hyde, and he sits atop a golden throne watching over the ring while everyone kills each other. I love
him. Like, so some of the stuff that Jack comes up with.
Can I maybe ask you the craziest thing he's asked you to do? Like, can we have an example of something? Hopefully he won't mind.
Straight away comes to mind. If he minds, then
we love you, Jack.
We'll deal with that later. I love you, Jack.
Yeah.
But probably the one that he really wanted to do.
Okay.
And I wouldn't let him.
Okay.
So if anyone thinks this would have been really cool, blame me. He wanted to be tattooed.
Yes.
Yeah, he wanted to be tattooed as part of a match.
Yeah.
so obviously you've got matches where people get the head shaved or whatever.
Yep.
You know, no, he wanted to be tattooed, which I wouldn't let him do.
No.
It's a bit dangerous.
Which I would agree.
Yeah, just because he's
that's
tattooed
what I-
himself a lot.
Has he?
Yeah, his
Okay.
arms are covered in tattoos that he's done on himself.
Oh, cool.
He's
I didn't
got
know
like
that.
his masks tattooed on his
I had no
himself,
idea.
and
I know he's got the smile on his forearm.
yeah, he did that himself.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Wow.
He's done all of those himself.
I had no idea.
They're really cool, but
Yeah.
then just letting someone random tattoo you in the middle of the ring. That was one idea.
Wow.
That I think's probably the craziest one.
I mean, it must have happened somewhere else. Like,
I'm sure it has. Like, there's probably.
I'm-
I think there's very few things that haven't been done.
Have
now.
you seen that guy in? I want to say like somewhere in Europe that did a. There was something to do with fire, and he's now got like third-degree burns over.
I've seen a couple of clips. I saw one absolute fucking idiot.
Is that the guy that did the leg drop with his leg?
That one.
Set his leg on fire.
But I see one. The absolute fucking idiot climbs to the top rope, sets his own head on fire to do a diving headbutt.
Oh my! Where
Like why?
the
Like,
leg drop one I
what-
saw like
In what universe is that a good idea?
Yeah.
Like,
And-
there's no way that would ever hurt the other person more than you. You've
Yeah.
just set your fucking head on fire.
and plus as well like the leg drop one. Like, he was trying to put it out and he couldn't. Nobody seemed to have a fire extinguisher anywhere nearby.
No.
Whenever fires happen in like the WWE, it's literally been pow, and there's like 100 fire extinguishers going off. It's like a fucking phone party down there.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy, sets his leg on fire, jumps off, hits a leg drop.
Yeah, I mean,
tries
it's
to
fair
put it
enough
out,
if you're
it
doing
doesn't
it.
go, yeah.
If you're doing it as an excuse to have a phone party, I can get on board. But
Coming good.
yeah, no, there's
August 2019, Peter Nixon's phone party.
there's an idea.
There we go. Book it.
Yeah, there's some idiots about.
Yeah.
But you know, Jack's come up with some really great ideas, and there's a lot of them that have been on shows. Like, he's come up with some really, really cool stuff. I give him full credit for the straight jacket match.
Yep.
You know, that was all him, and it was really good. It was really cool.
That was possibly one of. I think that made my match of the year list for DOA that year.
Yeah. And
And the pop you got out of me on comms was probably the biggest pop I've been in any DOA match. I was like, because I was fully like, I think because obviously we know Jack, and you know, seeing him overcome everything, I was just excited. Loved it. Popped me. It popped to this boy.
Yes.
Another couple of questions from Carl, and we'll kind of combine. Who, in your opinion, is the best wrestler in the world right now, and who's the best wrestler you've ever seen live?
Tough question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I might say someone, and people go, "No, he's not the best."
Well, it's opinions.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
I have various people that I personally really enjoy watching at the moment.
Yeah.
That if I don't watch probably as much of the sort of up to date stuff. I watch a lot of old stuff, but if we're talking like present day, I'm a fan of Cien Almas.
Yep.
I think he's really good.
His match with Johnny Gargano was just freaking insane.
Yeah.
Can't say I've seen a lot of him since he got caught. It's the way because I can see NXT on the network. I watch all of the NXT. I don't really tend to watch Raw or SmackDown 4 weeks late. So, and I don't have Sky Sports, so I never really watch anything other than NXT and then the main shows. So I haven't really seen Almas since he's been called up.
Well, he I haven't watched like a Raw or a SmackDown for ages.
I don't think I ever have, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really watch them. But like, if someone says to me, "Check this match out," for example, then I will. And I checked out. It was Almas against AJ on SmackDown this week.
Oh,
it
shit!
was really good.
Okay, I didn't even know that happened after.
Yeah, that's all I saw from that show. But it was really good. So Almas is probably one of my favourites that's about at the moment.
Who's the best person you've seen live? I'm guessing he means like ever.
Ever? That's difficult. I don't know. Chris Jericho, maybe.
You seen him live?
Yeah, just at like a house show thingy that I went to. You know, it was in no way would have been his best performance, but like I've always been a Jericho fan, so I suppose Jericho.
That's fair.
Live. probably.
Carl's also
Because
asked
I've never seen Scott Steiner live, so I can't. Because obviously he'd be top of the list. The greatest ever.
Really?
Oh, massive Scott Steiner mark. Yeah, big time.
Okay, the 33 and the third promo,
Yeah.
was that sheer genius, or was that sheer, like, did he just think he was being... Because part of me thinks that someone somewhere has actually worked it out, and there is a very set logic to what he says.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that he's not as dumb as people think, as people are saying, and that actually was what he meant to say, and that it was actually perfect maths.
Oh, it is perfect maths.
Yeah. So you think that was sheer brilliance?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I do love that promo.
100%.
That could be one of my favourite promos of all time. Plus, it's the TNA thing, so like, anything that makes TNA look good.
He's just amazing. Like, back in the day, like I used to love all the like Steiner Brothers matches and all the rest of it, and they're just, awesome stuff. And then as time went on, he just became batshit. And it was brilliant.
Was it the steroids, maybe?
I don't know, but whatever it was, keep doing it, man. It's superb.
He's kind of still
He's
going,
still
I think,
going,
a little bit. Yeah.
He'll never stop.
Did you see his match with Abyss and Josh Matthews? It is Abyss and Jeremy Borash versus Scott
I
Steiner.
heard about it.
It was weird.
I saw the match that he did at Impact like a few months back. Him and Eli Drake won the tag titles.
What?
Randomly.
Oh my god!
And he's just busting out Frankensteiners off the top rope and shit.
Didn't he land on his own head when he did that? It looked bad.
Oh, it was amazing though at the same time.
Okay, I haven't quite got to that. So my Skybox records every TNA show. And I kind of stopped watching, but it kept recording. So now I'm kind of going back through curiosity more than anything.
Yeah.
And I'm at the show before Bound for Glory, which is like November last year.
Nah, skip.
A lot of people have said this to when
to like 2 months ago.
Yeah, a lot.
And
of
you're fine.
But like to me, I kind of still want to see what happens in the middle. I'm kind of curious, but it's
literally
weird.
Become somehow, for me, Impact's become incredibly watchable.
Okay, that's good.
It's actually I think it's a more at this moment in time. I think it's a more consistent television show than any of the others.
Okay, that's cool. Because like where I'm at the moment, Eli Drake's a champ. Bobby Lashley's still there. He's not at WWE yet. Who else was there? There's a few people that have left and gone to NXT and stuff that's still there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few people I don't
there.
like on there and stuff. But in terms of like, I think they kind of just went back to kind of basics a little bit,
which they needed to do.
Which
there was one time
cool.
where like every month they had the new kind of people in charge and a new name and a new this, and it was just all
messy.
over the shop. Yeah,
it's hard to follow and stuff. So I gave up on it, and
which is exactly what I did.
I got a kind of nudge to check something out, and I'm probably watching that a little bit more than I'm watching
good stuff.
Anything else at the minute. It's quite good.
Let's have a look. We're going to combine those two questions from those two people together. Carl also asked what got you into the wrestling business, but I think he can probably go and listen back to our old podcast.
You can listen to that.
Archives.
Stop being lazy, Carl.
Archives.
Listen to the last one. Why haven't you already?
Dan would like to know your most memorable or favourite moment from DOA history, whether it be to do with wrestling or the fans. Do you have a favourite moment?
Memorable moment. I have loads.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not necessarily like what you'd see as like the big moment on the show. There'll be like little things that I remember, but maybe others don't.
Yeah. Such as. So let's see if this jogs anyone's memories. Dan's sitting at home like, oh, do I remember this? Let's find out. How much attention was he paying?
Well, he wouldn't have been there. The first one that came to mind, he wouldn't have been there. So it was like third show.
Oh, okay.
And it was Kip Sabian and Peter Nixon winning a match, tag title match, and it was an unfortunate kind of situation because Kip and Brad Slayer had won the first tag titles, and Brad got injured and he was going to be out for like a year.
Shit.
And we threw Peter Nixon into this team with Kip, and although Nixon had been on the previous two shows, he hadn't really been a focal point. He was doing commentary and getting up from the
Nothing
commentary
wrong-
desk and
Nothing wrong with commentary.
no, but he was getting up from the commentary desk to do his match and then going back again.
Oh, wow.
Which was really cool. It worked. But on that third show, they won their match, and then throughout the entire thing, there was the crowd. They had a promo before it to set the scene a little bit. Kip hasn't got a partner, and Nixon makes the save, and he says, "I'll be your partner, Kip, because I'm your friend." And then when they came back out for the match a little bit later in the evening, the whole room was just was chanting, "Peter Nixon, he's my friend, Peter Nixon," throughout the entirety of the match, and it was like the most interactive that the crowd had been up to that point.
Yeah.
And we did the Peter Nixon, he's my friend T-shirts, and it just worked.
Simple,
and it clicked, and it was
simple but effective.
the first kind of because up to that point it was kind of like, okay, let's book a bunch of guys and let's put matches on, and I think that was the first kind of real booking decision where we done any kind of real character development or anything, and it was the first thing that really clicked and took off with the crowd, which was a buzz for me. So that would be up there. Other little things that spring to mind. I don't know. Favorite moments. There is so many, probably.
Like most recent one.
Most recent.
Would it be the reaction you got in the Rumble when Ashley Dunn won?
No.
No?
Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I did really enjoy that, but probably not. Like I that whole situation has kind of evolved, kind of organically. It was never the intention.
Okay.
It was never the intention for me to in any way be a part of the show as such.
Okay.
It was never the intention. But when there's a prick, you got to handle him. And
phrasing, but okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That is bad.
Got to handle that.
Or not bad.
Yeah.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me, things like the reaction that Jack got when he got out of the straitjacket, and at the end of Yarmageddon 10. Yeah, it would have been 10.
The number that I constantly get the numbers
10.
wrong,
Yeah, when we had the Hex return at the end, and then Jack gets out the straitjacket, and just the reaction to that, and it was kind of seeing something that that story had begun its kind of cycle at the Yarmageddon 1, which is kind of a weird situation, because Yarmageddon 1 was the formation of the original Purge.
Yep.
And it was the first time that Ash Draven main evented.
Wow.
So it's kind of like quite a pivotal kind of show, that led to quite a lot of other stuff.
All kind of come full circle.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's probably the most recent that kind of got a reaction out of me.
Yeah. Which is good. There's other questions about, are you going to fight Draven? Are you just going to hide behind Ashley Dunn? Like,
I'm not going to fight.
No.
Of course I'm not.
No?
I mean, let's be honest. Okay, let's be totally honest about that even being a question.
Shooting from the hip.
No, it's just it's a silly question.
Okay.
Isn't it? Like let's be honest, Ash Draven is a wrestler. I'm not. So why would I fight him? Why would I have a match with him?
Would that statement still ring true if you replace Ash Draven with Stone Cold Steve Austin and you with Vince McMahon? He wasn't a wrestler. He still got involved a little bit,
right? But look at the shape he was in. I can see why people would think that might be something that might happen, or that's where things are going.
Do you want it to happen?
No.
Okay.
I don't want it to happen, and I'll be honest. Neither does he.
Fair. Why ever not?
Why ever not? Because I would embarrass him.
Fair enough.
By having the worst match that he's ever had in his life.
Let's move on to
happen, Carl.
Let's move on to the
Sorry,
here and
mate.
now. I'm just looking at the World of Sport poster because I was going to ask you about Kip and Brad.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
your thoughts on because they're like I say, Kip's been with you from the start.
Both of them.
Yeah,
They
the
won the
first
tag
show?
titles on the first show.
There you go. And obviously they're now signed up for World of Sport, which I think is great for them.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. You know, it's they're two good friends of mine, and they've been part of what I've been doing for nearly 5 years.
Yeah.
And, and to see either of them, having any level of success, obviously. Proud of them, and I know that they'll do well.
Yeah.
I know it's already been recorded, and whether they've done well or not has already happened.
Oh, was it going out? So it's not going out live on the.
No, it was.
Oh, okay.
It was taped a few months back.
I have no idea.
So they did like 3 days, where they taped 10 episodes.
Cool. Have you spoken to either of them since? Do you know if it went okay?
Yeah, like obviously I'm not going to give any spoilers away or anything like that.
I wouldn't want them.
But and to be honest, I don't know lots of kind of spoilers in terms of what happened on the shows or anything like that because they're all I know is that that it went well, and
good.
I'm looking forward to seeing them on my TV, and it'll be kind of surreal. And I know Kip's got some stuff. He's doing the Ring of Honor tour. He's got a match. I think it might even be tomorrow, where he's got a match against the Hurricane, which I know he's buzzing about.
Of course, as you should be.
Yeah, of course. I know he's doing really well, and Brad's someone for me that's very, very underrated.
I would agree.
So I hope that it gets more eyes on him. I know there's a lot of eyes on Kip already.
Yeah.
But I hope it is a good platform for someone like Brad to maybe branch out a little bit more, because I think he deserves it.
Yeah, I think so too. One thing I've noticed, look on the poster, the date for the first episode that's airing also coincides with the date that another big United Kingdom product is recording.
Yeah.
Which also coincides with a certain beach party that we're throwing.
Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
So, World of Sport airs, I think it's 5 p.m. it says on the poster, which isn't too bad. That's nice and early.
So it'll
be done
you
by...
can watch that and then head down to...
there you go.
To your show of choice. Preferably the one with 100% more beach balls.
So, Cambridge... Peter Nixon's Beach Ball Mania has been in the books. Maybe it hasn't. Obviously, might have been announced, but it's been on the cards since the start. Because I've had that date in my diary. So since the start of the year.
Yeah.
WWE then announced their UK NXT brand, which is again brilliant for the country. You can go back and listen to my thoughts about that from last week. Then they announced Cambridge. I'm like, oh sweet, they're doing a show close to me. And then I see the date. I'm like. Fuck, that's when I'm already in Cambridge with DO8. So what immediately went through your head when you heard that WWE were announcing shows in the very same town as probably our biggest show of the summer, would you say? One of the biggest shows. Probably the biggest Cambridge show.
Yeah, I think the next 3 DOA shows are probably three of the most important.
We're going to get into all 3 of those.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
So
my thoughts... I don't know. It was kind of weird because I kind of found out about it in parts.
Okay.
I found out that I saw a clip saying that they had announced the NXT UK brand, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I saw that they were doing it in Cambridge, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
You can share a town.
Yeah. I don't have any problem with that. That's fine. If anything, I thought, if it's on in Cambridge, it might, if anything, there might even be opportunities to kind of piggyback on, because they're not going to be there all the time.
Precisely.
Some people might go to their show and then think, I want to go to another wrestling show, and WWE don't come back for another year, then where they're going to go. So I thought it might even turn into a little bit of a positive. And then obviously got told the date. I was disappointed And I did consider the option to kind of move ours, but then I thought, you know what, I'm not going to. We're a different show, we're a different crowd. I got some kind of words of encouragement from a few of the guys to, you know, not to move it, and I think we've made the right decision. We're gonna not just gonna stick with the date and time and do the show, but we're gonna go all out, and it's gonna be really good fun. The idea of the whole show, you know, it's Peter Nixon's Beach Ball Mania. A lot of it comes from his head, you know, and he it was, you know, his idea initially to do that show, and I, along with others, have embraced it, and we're gonna have really good fun. You know, that's the whole intent of this show is you know, whatever's going on up the road, you know, let them get on with it. You know,
we're gonna
let them
have
go
our
on with it.
party.
I'm not gonna focus on what they're doing, and I'm sure it'll go well. You know, and good luck to everyone that's on it. And you know, NXT UK, obviously, I hope it's something that works out really well. And the same as the World of Sport thing. I think it should only be a benefit to everyone long term. But you know, that's out of my control. What they do is out of my control. What I can control is what we do, and I think that this show is pretty stacked, and it's as good as we can give. And Peter Nixon said online, you know, he urges people to go and see NXT UK on the Sunday. You know, they're there 2 days. You know, go see them on the Sunday and give us a go on the Saturday, because we're gonna have so much fun that you won't be disappointed. So we've got on the card it's Damien and Peter Nixon as for the belt. Is that right? Yeah. And Damien won that in the match with, I want to say, Hex. He did
last time in Cambridge.
No, that was
testing
at Yarmouth.
My own memory.
They had the match at Yarmouth.
And then we've got, so that's one match that I'm very intrigued about is the beach party death match. Tim Lee versus Addie Starr. Now I think you were saying to me, was it Addie's idea, and she kind of came up with it, and Tim was like the perfect person for her to face? Or?
It was kinda, it was Addie's idea in a conversation, because this was at the show where she made her return after like 3 years, and we were chatting about Peter Nixon's Beach Ball Mania, and she suggested something that was a variation of what we ended up with, and then it was a case of picking an opponent, and Tim seemed game for a laugh, so you know, let's let him get hurt, and he will get hurt. I've made this quite clear to him that Addie Starr will batter him.
I think he knows. I think he's ready for it,
and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
We've got a Four Corners elimination tag as well. Rucker's current champions, The Forgotten, Hellbound, and Special Edition. Oh no, of course, because it's filmed already, so they're going to be on telly and then running down to Chesterton Sports Centre in Cambridge for a Four Corners tag match. So Slayer and Sabian.
That's a good mix.
Anything could happen in that one.
Exactly. And that's what makes it interesting. It's elimination style, as you said. So, I mean, you could see the Ruckers get eliminated first. And then you know you're going to get new champions. You know, it's going to be crazy.
It is. What else? I think there's more. Oh, we've got Sugar Dunkerton.
We have Sugar Dunkerton.
I need to do my research on him before that show, because I still haven't. It's really bad. I know he's kind of popping up on Impact every now and again, but in fact, there was another question about international talents. I forgot to ask that. Is there any international talents you would want to work with? And obviously, Sugar is there.
I think with international talent, it's a case of, you know, but firstly, whether it's affordable. You know, let's not beat around the bush with that. You know, if it's affordable for us, it's going to make a difference, and I think that, you know, they can add to our show, because it's not just, you know, bringing in random people. You know, if I think they're going to add to our show, then it's potentially worth having them on. I'm always open to the idea of it. You know, we don't book that many international guys, but I like to think that when we do, they're not necessarily always the biggest names, but we've had guys like Vaughn Vertigo, you know, that people might not have heard of, but then he came and had a match with Kip Sabian last year, and their match was incredible. I know he's been back, and he's coming back for us later this year. There's an exclusive, but yeah, no, we've had various people. Jules Malone, female wrestler from Canada, she came over and has done some stuff with us. So I don't think necessarily we're always booking the biggest name international people, but we're always on the lookout for people that we think are going to add
Madison
to what we're doing.
Miles has been for a few shows.
Yeah, exactly. She's back again in a couple of months as well.
I loved her match with Mike Check, to be fair. That was
great.
Yeah.
It was great fun.
Anyone
really good fun.
Chopping the crap out of Mike is good in my book.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And
but he does have the best double axe handle in the world.
In the world, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And I want to say Kelly Six is on this card against the Banker.
Yes.
I'm remembering that. I'm not even looking at my phone for this either.
Yes.
This is all from memory. Kelly Six is a guy I've been a big fan of for ages. First saw him a couple of years ago now, and then obviously went to Japan and did his stuff over there. And this will be the first time I've seen him since he's come back. Yeah,
he's kind of one that we've had a few stop-starts. He was meant to come in a couple of times, and various reasons it didn't happen. And now we're all set, and he's going to be on the show against the Banker. For those who know Kelly Six, have seen him before, know that he's good. Those who've seen the Banker know that how good he is. And
they're going to blow the roof off.
I think so.
To be fair, I think almost every match on this, well, pretty much every match, has the ability to steal the show.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the thing is with this show is, as you say, top to bottom, I think is really strong. But as you say, there's several matches, because we know that in Cambridge the crowd are usually at their loudest for Peter Nixon.
They are.
But yeah, I think Kelly Six and the Banker, I think Sugar Dunkerton and Alexander Hyde is really interesting. I think that's
there's
not necessarily the expected match that people thought that Sugar Dunkerton would be in.
There's a reason why I'm looking forward to that, and it would completely murder kayfabe, so I probably won't say it on the podcast. But I'm looking forward to that match.
Yeah, I think it's like I say, I think it's a surprising one. I don't think people expected that to be a match. We've got Sugar Dunkerton's on 3 shows in a row for us.
Yeah.
So I had to look at who I think people want to see, and then I thought about who I might like to see, and I wanted to think outside the box a little bit, and I thought that was a bit of an outside of the box match, but I think it's got the potential to be really, really good.
Well, I know them two know each other very well.
Yeah.
That's all I will say for that one. But I'm looking forward to seeing that one. So that is on the 28th of July.
Yeah.
Hashtag fuck WWE. Then we've got, there is also the wrestling for men. Should we talk about the Mind show a little bit?
Yeah, we can mention it.
Because I'll be honest, I saw that and I was immediately overdrew that. So it's a show where all the proceeds go to Mind.
Yeah.
And we have got so it's DOA.
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Hope. Wrestle Island. NBWA. SWA. And is there one more? I'm just having a quick look. Pro Wrestling for You, who I haven't heard of actually.
I have.
Obviously this is a big deal because okay. Dare I ask? Dare I?
No, I've genuinely prior to now had zero interaction with them at any stage. I just have heard of them and know kind of where they're based and that kind of thing.
I'll do
I know
my
a few
research,
guys that work for them, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't really know that much about them, but I don't know anything bad. So
it's quite. I mean, there's not a lot of shows where this many companies. There was one previously, I think. I want to say last year or maybe early this year. That was March, where Styx and House of Pain got a whole load of people together in the.
Yeah, I think it's quite difficult. I think when it's done for charity, it's a lot easier to do.
Yep.
Because a lot of people put their egos to one side. I think if you're trying to pull a load of companies together to do a show together where you're splitting all the profit and all that, it gets messy because there's an element of trust involved in that, and I think that it's very difficult to pull all that together. Plus, whether people like to admit it or not, if it's we're 6 companies and we're all doing this show together and we're all equal, well, who gets the main event?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It sounds petty. Like when it's for charity, I think there's an element of that kind of goes out the window, and it's what's best for the show. Don't get me wrong. Like I think that the match that we're putting on, I would be more than happy and confident in that match to go on last as the main event of the show. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'd be we're just there to contribute, and if we end up our guys go on first, then everyone's got a tough act to follow. But
what match are you putting forward? Because I don't think it's been announced.
It's not been announced, so I'm not going to say, because I think they've got they've put together like a schedule for how
fair enough.
when they're announcing stuff. So I wouldn't want to ruin that.
It's going to be a solid match.
Yeah, it's.
Was it a hard one for you to pick? I'm guessing 2 guys, or was it a hard one for you to pick, or did you know straight away that they were like?
It's always like a bit of thought goes into it, but they're 2 guys that I think represent DOA really well. They're 2 regular guys, and I know that they'll knock it out of the park.
Cool. So then we flash forward to August.
Big weekend.
I'm gonna say probably the biggest. It's the double. It's probably the first double header I've done for any company ever, apart from maybe the old company back in Milton Keynes when we used to do Dunstable and Leighton Buzzard back to back.
It's the first double header we've ever done. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the August 25th.
Yep.
The new venue in Great Yarmouth.
Yes.
Talk to me about St George's Theatre.
It's pretty epic.
It looks it. I mean, we didn't get a chance to see it today.
No, but on a side note, it's pretty epic. It's an awesome looking venue. It's converted from an old church building, so the look of it is really cool. It's the nicest looking venue that we've ever done.
Cool.
It's
cool.
The setup in there is better than anything we've ever had, and I know already because I've booked it that the card is really, really good as well. So
I don't think there's been an awful lot announced. We know that Ashley Dunn and Ash Draven are going 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I know you don't like me using the term dream match, but to me that's like a match that I just don't think I would ever get tired of watching.
This is the 3rd one that they've done in DOA.
Yeah.
They did the first one at Bury St Edmunds. They did Great Yarmouth last year. It was the Yarmouth show before you came on board.
I was just a little bit behind.
And we're going to put both of those matches into one preview.
Nice.
And we're going to put those, and that's going to go out on Fight before the show at St George's, so
awesome.
People can see the previous 2. But I think this has now got more of a dynamic to it than the previous.
The distance both of those guys have come since, I think, is that's going to be saying. You got Sugar booked again.
Yes.
Is there any other matches you can announce now? Or?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Put you on the spot.
You just mentioned Sugar Dunkerton.
Yep.
Sugar Dunkerton against Mark Lloyd, the banker.
Nice.
Which is going to be pretty
again,
great.
I mean, that's a completely different vibe to his match with Alexander Hyde as well. So he gets to take on a bruiser, he gets to take on a high flyer. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Anything else, or are we going to keep them in the bag? Keep an eye out on the fan page.
Keep an eye out on that. I'm just trying to think, because I don't want to give the game away too much.
Because I mean, it's a new venue in Yarmouth. Obviously it's a more special venue, probably the best, like you said, the best looking we've ever had. So to me it has that kind of, it's not the anniversary show, but it's got a feel of, this is like big fight day. Like this is like big show deal. This is like the SummerSlam. This is like the Royal Rumble. Yeah, this is like one of the big 4 if we're going to have a big 4.
This is a big show. It's important it's important that this show does well, and the card that is lined up for it, it won't disappoint. I don't think I want to announce anything else today.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. So that's St George's Theatre, August 25th in Great Yarmouth.
Yeah.
That's probably the middle of the summer holidays as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, we have announced that that the Viking Berserker's back on that one.
Darwin's making a return.
So that's his return on that show as well.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, so obviously more to be announced regarding that, but yeah, he will be back.
And then one short sleep, and then straight into Ipswich on the 26th.
Yeah.
For Suffolk Slam
At Inspire Suffolk.
Yeah, another new venue.
Another new venue.
We're kind of mixing things up, keeping it fresh.
Yeah, bigger place, and we want to smash it. It's one of those where it's quite difficult. I didn't want necessarily for that to look like it's taken a back seat, because obviously all the hype that Great Yarmouth's getting with the big show at St George's. So we're gonna go hell for leather with that one as well.
Nice.
And yeah, so we've got a few bits and bobs. So we know already that after winning the World Cup, that Warren Banks will challenge for the heavyweight championship.
Honestly,
whoever the champion is, whether that's Peter Nixon or Damien coming out of Beach Ball Mania,
and then potentially coming out of it's Yarmageddon, isn't it?
Yarmageddon 12, yeah.
I mean, that could all change as well. You never know.
You never know. But we know that Warren Banks will challenge for the title. I can confirm that Tengu will be back on that one.
Nice. I'm a huge fan of Tengu.
And Sugar Dunkerton again is
3 for 3
in action.
Do you know who he's?
I know. Yeah.
Do you want to announce any other matches yet?
I don't at this moment in time.
No worries.
But yeah, Tengu's on the show. Sugar Dunkerton's on there. Warren Banks is obviously going to be in the main event.
And Kip Sabian.
Kip Sabian's
you need to change the poster now. Stars of World of Sport.
Yeah.
You need to throw that logo down.
Yeah, and just looking at the poster. Yeah, so Brad Slayer, Kip Sabian, they're both on there. Damien is going to be on there. Yeah.
We got three big shows.
Yeah.
2 big weekends.
Yeah.
Big things happening.
Massive things happening.
You're excited?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bricking it a little bit because they're big shows and they're important. I feel like they're as good as we can give.
Yeah.
You know, I know I don't like to ever look at shows and go, you know, it's kind of 80% or 90%.
Well,
you know,
because I mean, if people aren't
sometimes,
available,
sometimes you'll have a show and it'll be, you know, maybe like you say, 80% of it, and then there's a match on there that's kind of thrown together or something like that. Well, this is 3 shows that really, and I'm already looking, because after those 3 are done, then it's straight into the Adrenaline Cup show, which has got some big announcements coming from that. You mentioned international talent earlier. Well, you know, we've got some. I'm not going to announce anything, but keep your eye out on that. And it's already been let slip, so I don't really mind saying, but in the Adrenaline Cup, Jodie Fleisch is in the tournament.
Oh shit!
That got let slip, but
who's let that slip?
It was kind of my own fault.
Oh, okay.
So you know, we're not gonna.
No worries.
You know, so that's really really cool that he's doing that, and then it's straight into the anniversary show, and it just never stops.
Yeah.
But I think these 3 are really important. For us, and we're going to smash it.
One thing, actually, I know you said that not every show can be 100%. One cool thing I saw this morning on Facebook, Hustle Malone was saying about some fans were kicking off. It was saying that not every show can be WrestleMania. Some shows have to build, but right now we've got 3 WrestleManias back to back to back, I think. Yeah,
I don't necessarily agree with him entirely on that when he says some shows have to build and things. I think that every show, if you approach it, this is a show to build to the next one, then you're already saying this show's not that important.
Okay.
Necessarily.
But then at the same time, it's more important because without that show, you can't have the...
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I think because the way our shows operate, and obviously I only know from my own experience, what I find is that you've got all these different stories and all these different characters. You don't need for all of their stories to culminate on the same show.
Okay.
So it's all well and good going, we're going to build everything to this big show. Yeah, great. But we might have a big culmination to the story we've been telling with The Purge. That might happen at Great Yarmouth. but then a big culmination to the Draven-Nixon feud happened in Cambridge, and
I guess
the different feuds are culminating at different times.
Yeah.
So whilst you've got this show is to set up, you might have stuff being set up, but then you're also having other stories culminate. So it's keeping that balance. I
guess
think.
it's with you obviously booking different areas where, like, you know, you go to Cambridge and Nixon gets the biggest pop ever, whereas you go to Yarmouth and Jack gets the biggest pop, and you go to Ipswich and the banker maybe gets the biggest.
It is different. Yeah, it is different. Of course,
it's
it is.
Horses for courses.
Yeah, absolutely. There's obviously everyone finds their own way of doing it. I just think that. I don't necessarily think that you can approach a show saying, "Oh, this is to set up the next one," because I think if you give that impression off, you run the risk of that show then not necessarily being as good as it could be.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Maybe.
That's fair.
But like you say,
as I say, I always say in wrestling, there's no right or wrong way. Everyone's got their way of doing things, and
well, there is, but
it can work. It can
there is
work
a right and a wrong, because if you do something and it doesn't work, then perhaps you did it wrong. But there's no
there's no guaranteed success.
Yeah, of course. There's no way of knowing that something's going to work before you do it.
Just give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can think something's going to be the best thing ever, and then it falls flat, and then you're like, why didn't that work? Well, maybe we did it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, there is a right and a wrong, but you just don't know what it is until you try it.
True. So all these big announcements, everything that's happening, where can people find out all the deets? What's the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams?
Yeah, facebook.com/DOA Wrestling. Twitter is @DOA Wrestling UK. Go to them, and that's where most of the announcements happen. Instagram as well, and I believe is DOA_Wrestling_UK. I didn't set that one up, but
where can people get the tickets for all of these shows?
So you can click the ticket links through the Facebook pages. We'll go to www.dowrestlinguk.weebly.com. But like I say, all the ticket links are in the event pages. But the St George's Theatre is not through our normal ticket page. Tickets have to be ordered through the theatre themselves. But the ticket links, again, they're on the Facebook page and on the poster and all that stuff. You've got the correct links directly to the theatre. The front row is very, very close to being gone completely.
Wow, already.
Second row is also getting there. We've got some we're going to do some competitions and stuff, so obviously keep your eye out for those. And we've got some balcony stuff and some meet and greet bits and bobs that we'll be announcing as well. But yeah, if you're wanting to be up close and personal, like first couple of rows, move quickly, because they'll be gone.
Cool. Well, I cannot wait for it, and I know you can't wait for it. The fans can't wait for it. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Thank you very much for joining me today, buddy. I'll see you. See you at the show.
Painkillers now.
Yeah.